Let's go. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the greatest of all time. Said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The chattermouths who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did it, AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the great. You seen it make. I ain't got no talk, 'cause I be really on my mind. Let's rock and roll. Give us all. Let's go. Nothing here. That's one, boys. Let's have some fun. Let's get something going. That's right, baby. Step up. Bring it on. Let's go do this. Come on. Set. Ready. Shot! Check out! Ready! Ready? Never let a manufacturer stack like that. Set! Go! Let's go. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the greatest of all time. Said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The your chatter mouse, who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did it, AI's legacy. I got champion genetics.
It's week 6 of the NFL. All eyes are on Cooper Kupp, closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Rams and the Broncos, just ahead on EA Sports.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Denver Broncos. Brandon Gaudin here with Charles Davis, as always. As CD, you look at the Rams in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 111 for yards, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. They'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on second down. Hurt. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. And the Rams are the perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Brought down by DJ Waddle. So, Charles, you look at this offense, or what a start to the season, 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spelling them in the offensive backfield.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! Ian Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
He notched his 15th touchdown pass of the year on that last drive, and they'll look to keep it going here, 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Hurt. That'll be caught by Cup, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cook up the gut. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Looking to throw. Hurt. And the Broncos get there and take him down. DJ Waddle got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Hurt. Around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
I think he has on that run the whole time. Good anticipation, because it seemed to me he waited for the coverage to get drawn away and then had the easy scamper out of bounds to get the short yardage 1st down.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw. Hurt. And he fires one incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Hurt. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Hurt. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Hurt. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's not harmlessly to the...
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Looking to throw on second down. Hurt. And that's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he will find Atwell. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off play action. Hurt. Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run with Cook at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
To throw on second down. Hurt. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. DJ Waddle. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Looking to throw. Hurt. Off to Thomas on the left side. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. So here are the Rams to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Looking to throw on second down. Hurt. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. off the play fake. Hurt. He'll buy some time right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. On third down, Hurt. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's been pretty solid.
Okay, ready? Go!
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Here's Cook again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 49 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try the middle with Cook, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Back to throw. Hurt. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's third and 4 now.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Off-play action. Hurt sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. Hurt. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Down to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
To throw on 3rd down, Hurt. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A give. This is Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time.
Touchdown, Rams! Dalvin Cook from 19 yards away. And the Rams go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the 1st half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See who can drive the bus here again on this drive. And opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Hurt. Man open. It's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now a run with Cook. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Hurt. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare. I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Hurt. He's got a man, complete, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Hurt, touchdown! Ian Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
He'll get this up to about the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. There he goes, left side. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving?
L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but they start the drive with Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 102 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Hurt. They'll get this one complete to Atwell. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. Ooh, the juke. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Randy Gregory. And they're going to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Cook up the gut. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Cook. Done a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Off the play fake. Hurt. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for just 3. Up the middle, it's Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 149 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have pretty well put it away here in the... Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for LA, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth, then I might hop through the roof. Count all the rings, stuff. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and